Well, gentlemen and gentle ladies, we have landed on Mars. Or at least California has. And Australia did. I'm not sure if they're still on Mars. But if you don't live in California like I do, or if you don't live in Australia or any other place that has landed on Mars before, you might have no idea what I'm talking about. So let me just summarize. In Australia, there was some pretty bad fires in the beginning of the year. I'm not sure if the fires are still going on. But when there was fires in Australia, the sky was red. And it looked like they were on Mars. And recently in California, in places like Napa and Sonoma and other stuff, I guess, I'm not 100% sure, like, all the places that have fires, but there's a lot of, like, parts of California that is on fire right now. Yesterday, it's still a bit like that today, but yesterday, I woke up and the sky was a dark orange. It looked like it was night, and normally I wake up from around like 6 to 7:30, and this time I slept late and I woke up at 8:30, or actually I woke up at 8:20, and I was thinking that it was early in the morning, like 5 o'clock or something, and because I kept waking up early. But then I looked at the clock and I saw an 8. I didn't see the other numbers. I was like, oh shoot, am I late to class? But it turned out it was 8:20. So, and school for me starts at 8:45, so luckily I wasn't late. But I looked through the window and it was like this dark orange. It was really dark inside. It looked like it was nighttime. It felt like it was nighttime. It was really dark. It was this dark, pure orange, and everything else was tinted orange. So I took some pictures. I'll put them up on the screen now. And it was like really orange. And it started to get worse. It started to get darker. Then eventually it got lighter and turned to sort of a yellow. And at night when it would be like blackout, it was blackout, but it was like black mixed with yellow, if that makes sense. I don't have a picture of it being dark out. And also I found some pictures. If I can get them, I'll put them up on the screen. I found some pictures from earlier in the morning when it was like red, pure red. And I was going out for skating. This was after school, and the ground was covered in ash, and our cars were covered in ash. Everything was covered in ash. I don't have a picture of the car yet because every time, like, I was always rushing when we were at the car, and then by the time I was able to take a picture, it was too dark to be able to see the ash. And I haven't been to the car today, so I don't have a picture of that. If I do end up taking a picture before this video is out, I'll add it. But I might not have a picture. Anyway, everything was covered in ash, and surprisingly, the smoke wasn't as bad as it has been. There's been times when it was terrible. Yesterday wasn't very bad. Also, just in case this video is out like tomorrow or something, today is the 10th. Yesterday was the 9th. So when I mean yesterday, I mean September 9th, 2020. But it looked like we were on Mars, and when it got darker orange again. But eventually it got better and sort of turned to sort of a yellow, and at some angles it looked perfectly fine. You could only see the slightest tint of yellow, but everything was orange. And the only times that there wasn't something tinted orange was if you were in a store brightly lit and is like really brightly lit away from the outside light. Then sometimes it might not be really orange, but it felt like it was nighttime. It felt like it was nighttime the whole time, or I was waking up early in the morning to go skate again, because I used to go skating before school last year, and I would get up at 5 and skate at like 6 or 6:30, and it felt like I was getting up early again for skating, or it was really late. But it was really weird, because, and I'm not even 100% sure if it's smoke. I'm pretty sure most of it is smoke, but it doesn't entirely make sense, because there's other days where the smoke was way worse, and it was just that day when it's like this really dark orange in California. But I know that the fires seem to be getting worse, so maybe that's why, but I have a feeling it's like a mix of smoke, fog, and pollution, and maybe some other stuff. But, yeah, and of course there's like all these fires every year, but, yeah, and I'm not 100% sure whether there's still crazy fires going on in Australia, because I haven't really been up to date with that lately. But, yeah, and of course, like a week ago when the fires couple weeks ago when the fires first started, the sunset looked beautiful because of the smoke. But what was funny is we were on the water. We were taking a dinghy out on the water. We were taking our dinghy out on the water, and we saw this sort of cloud, and it looked like a smoke cloud, which was weird. And it turns out that it was a smoke cloud of a fire. Yeah, and the air quality is getting worse. I think it's 170 today. Before, it like other times it's been like 200, but today it's 160. It's not this bright orange or anything like that anymore. It's just a tinted yellow. So at least there's that. But we landed on Mars yesterday, and it's quite crazy. But yeah. Anyways, guys, sort of a different video. But yeah. So today's shout out, I remembered. I'll put today's shout out up on the screen, and yeah. Anyways, guys, that'll be the end of this video. Comment your experiences with the sky. Yesterday, the sky looked so apocalyptic. It looked like the world was gonna end. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that'll be the end of this video. So next time, goodbye.